Can't keep his phone.
Have you guys seen esports and the E-League?
I don't know if that's sports, but it's great mind savvy.
I have not seen it, Ernest.
I have seen it.
More than 12 million people attended live esports events in the U.S. and Western Europe in 2014. And we had a couple of games played today between North America and Europe. And we want to go over to the guys who have kind of called that action, and really our counterparts in the E-League would be James Bardolph and Richard Lewis and Duncan Thorin Shields. Fellas, how'd it go today?
Thanks, Ernie. So yes, we had a face-off between the Polish team and a team from North America who've recently been signed to one of the biggest brands within esports here in North America. Richard, what did you make of the action?
Oh, it was a great game. We had the first map, it was back and forth. It was really close. We thought the Polish guys could have won it, but in the end, NA kind of managed to claw it back, and they showed they weren't going to wilt under this pressure. You've just joined a big organization, all eyes on them, and they were up to it.
Yeah, I mean, the first map really was out because this was the one where we expected lounge gaming. The Polish guys were favored, but you saw grit and you saw class from the guys from Monty. They took the map away from the Polish guys, and then on their map, took care of business, big time win, took the series 2-0, and deservedly so. They were the better team. They take their spot in the E-League.
Yeah, and it's really sad for the Polish guys, a young team. They come all this way. This was kind of like the last chance that they had to get into the E-League, and kind of like Kobe, I don't think we'll be seeing them much next season.
So Optic move on to an opportunity to win a share of $1.2 million in the E-League the first season in 2016. So Richard, do you have any final thoughts?
I just think it's going to be awesome. I know that our colleagues over there on the other desk, the NBA desk, they're kind of a little bit perplexed about what's happening, but esports is coming up in a big way. It's going to be a huge year, $2.4 million up for grabs. It's only going to get bigger with organizations like Turner involved.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to stress in this game, even though it was a 2-0, it wasn't just a complete whitewash. In the first game, the Lounge guys did turn up. They had a really great game. Problem for them is Shazam. He turned up. And I'm not talking about Kazam, that terrible movie that Shaq made in the 90s. I tell you what, it was a terrible movie for the Lounge guys, so they didn't want to see any part of that. What do you think of that?
Takes a lot of steel to say that, brother.
I'll say this, Thorin. How quickly can you run? Because Shaq can cover some ground over here, too.
Faster than Shaq, I hope.
He can get from this set to that set
Faster
pretty
than he
quick.
used to go up and down the court, mate.
That was kind of funny,
defense.
David Buckham.
Hey, you know what? I met those guys earlier. They're very nice guys.
And I wouldn't say we're perplexed about it. We're very curious about it, and I appreciate the insight today.
Since you guys think it's a sport, we'll challenge you guys in a couple weeks. Any game you want, you come to
Any game.
And I'll make you eat those words, buddy, because it's getting better. Okay. It's getting better. We challenge you 3.
Okay.
You
What about
it?
weight loss? Should we
You
do
want
that?
it?
Sounds sport.
What about muscles? What about boxing when I come over there and punch you? This is America. The Queen can't help you over here, buddy. You better know where you're at, tough guy.
James and Richard and Thorin, thank you guys very much.
It was
Thanks
cool.
for having us.
It was cool meeting those guys earlier, but it always intrigues me when you meet a brother and he starts speaking in English accent.
Why?
Because you don't normally see brothers speaking in English accent, fool.
If you live in London, you see it all the time.
You don't live in London.
My wife is from, I go there all the time.
And
My
she
wife
don't
is from
speak
England.
like that.
She does speak. What are you talking about? That's like going and saying, it's like going to the South and seeing a brother speak Southern. Like, that's what they speak in the South. They Southern.
What does his wife speak, Chuck?
She says,
What
your
does she
wife does
speak?
not sound like she's from England, number one.
What she speak, Chuck?
She hides it very well.
Oh, my gosh. My God. But you're saying if you go to London and you hear someone speak with an English accent, you only expect that person to be white? What are you talking about?
No, I'm saying, wait, listen, I'm saying, anytime you meet a brother and he speaks with an English accent, it's interesting.
I guess,
I didn't say it was bad or good.
I guess if I was in Leeds, Alabama, it would be interesting.
Listen, man, I was making a point.
That's not a good one.
Not a valid one, but
I'm full of points, Ernie.
certainly, as you say, an interesting one.